On the Hunt EQ is a carefully curated shop bringing you the finest equestrian apparel and gifts. The owner, Becky, has a passion for gift giving. She has always adored the process of thoughtfully searching for gifts for the special people in her life and knowing how much they will love to receive them. Thus, the opening of On the Hunt EQ. With the customer as her special person in mind, she has done her best to find the unique, special, and most coveted gifts for you to give or receive. Becky is an adult Amie located in Alberta, Canada. Her and her gelding Dexter enjoy the hunter ring. She loves traditional hunter style with a twist. When not riding, she enjoys reading, playing with flowers, and volunteering. Make sure to stay tuned for the whole episode for a special treat from On the Hunt EQ. Hi, welcome to the Good Horse Podcast. We have Becky here from On the Hunt. So how did you, from being an equestrian, go to owning an equestrian boutique?
Well, thanks for having me, of course, first off. So it was kind of a strange journey. I loved so many brands from the States, so many brands from Europe, but of course then it was just so expensive with the duties and taxes and shipping and everything. It was just so expensive to bring everything in. So it was actually my parents that suggested, hey, why don't you, start a very small little business. It would be kind of like out of your house type thing, very small. You can do this little thing to just help you cover the duties and taxes and everything. And then it blew up into a web store and a trailer and now a brick and mortar. So it's been great.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's amazing.
So we know that On the Hunt is known for all of its unique things and how it's just such an aesthetic store. What's the coolest product or most distinctive product, and how did you get it, or why do you have it in your store?
Okay, so the coolest thing that I think that we have right now, which my mom actually helps me out a lot with purchasing and finding things for the store. And so I came to her one day and I said, Jackie, these donut tack sponges are the coolest. And I just thought they were amazing. She did not think they were cool at all. She severely judged me. But the sponges from Tack Hack, I love them. They have a soft side and then a gritty side so you can clean your tack. Amazing. And they sell great. So, Jackie, you're not always right.
So, trends come and go. What are your kind of predictions for the next season of
colors and things like that? I was actually looking online, and I know Pantone's color for this year is a peach, which I like peach, but I like pastels more, and pastels really bring me back to when I rode as a kid, and the kind of colors that we had for our show shirts. We always had a check pattern for our show shirts, and so I actually have some here to show you. The new criniere for spring is these pastels.
I love that.
And so it has a modern cut and a modern feel, and obviously modern fabric. It's not like wool.
Yeah.
But there's some new pastels coming that we have. And then I'm lucky to be with partnered with such trendy lines like 16 Cypress, and we have a couple new brands coming in, so I'll leave those as some surprises, but expect some pastels this year.
Those look fun. They look very comfy too.
Yeah!
So take us behind the scenes a little. What does your average day look like as an equestrian, and who owns and runs an equestrian business? What challenges do you face daily?
Ooh, well, I feel sometimes I'm more in a circus than an actual equestrian business owner. I do have a full-time job, so I juggle that job, and luckily I work for my dad, so I can be flexible with being here and working there, so that's great. But juggling that and then juggling the time here with meeting customers and things like that. So usually I'll work my job in the morning, my full-time job, and then I'll come here in the afternoon, pack up orders, get back to emails and things like that, and then go ride my horse. I find more in the summer, it's more of a juggle with packing the trailer and getting the trailer ready and then going off to a show. And then it can sometimes be challenging, if I'm showing my own horse, but it all seems to work out. And I'm lucky to have really supportive customers and really supportive friends that just help fill in gaps. So it's great.
Yeah. And then getting onto the collaborative side, do you have like influencers and stuff, and does it like really affect your brands like that you have to offer?
Yeah, good question. So I've never really purchased thinking of a person in mind. Like I haven't gone out and been like, oh, my friend, I want to buy this for her. Like I've never really thought about that in the influencer way. However, I have had influencers reach out to me, and the people that I'm happy collaborating with, they've always been really instrumental in like supporting my business. And so they've like bought the product and they've tried it, loved it, and I'm happy to like give them more product or give them a discount code. So yeah, it's worked well in that way. Like we help each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a mutual exchange almost.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So, like, imagine if your horse was like an idol or fashion icon. Who would they be, and how would that like style inspire what you bring into your store?
Okay, I thought this question was hilarious when you sent it to me, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I would hate if my horse was a human, because he's like a typical Gen Z in that like his world, like he is the center and like no one else matters. And so I would picture him as like having a Justin Bieber style and like gross and like not on trend and like not cool. And I feel like his mom sometimes. And so no, I would not take any fashion advice from him. However, I have selectively purchased things like, I'm not sure if you've seen in the past, we've had this Talu Dream Spray. It's an amazing coat spray, and we'll have it back this summer. And so I've purchased that for him. And then I also purchased, there was a half pad that I researched. It's a wool half pad with leather, and he really needed something to help his back. And so I like buy specific things for him for the shop, but I would never take fashion advice from Dexter.
Oh, Dexter.
I feel like sometimes geldings are just so...
Yeah, I'm like, ew, you're dirty and gross. And then it took so much convincing even to like want him to like get clipped or want him to like pull his mane and look nice. And so I'm like, you're like a gross boy.
Yes, actually. My old mare is like a nice, fine glass of wine, but my gelding's just, he can't. He can't.
As soon as my gelding sees like the nice spray I bought him for his coat, he's like, don't go near me.
No, don't spray me.
Don't spray me.
Yeah, and I've bought things for Dexter, and he'll be like, oh, I'm scared of it, get it off of me. And I'm like, can you just accept being bougie? Just for like 1 second. But no.
He just can't do it.
No.
So, beyond like the fashion bit and with horses, how would it go in like everyday life, would you say?
Yeah, like incorporating your equestrian style into like every day. Totally. So I love doing that personally with show shirts. I'll buy like a long sleeve or a short sleeve because I think they look so cute under a sweater. And so then I can wear like an item of clothing that I've bought just for showing every day. And so I love doing that. I also love incorporating, I'll show you this bag from Oak Bark and Chrome. It has some equestrian detailing. So for those on the podcast, you can't see it, but it's a beautiful brown kind of distressed leather bag, and it has a cute little stirrup front. So it's not like overly like in your face, I'm a horse girl, but it still gives you the vibe of like equestrian style.
Yeah. Like old money.
Yeah, totally. And then I also brought out these Alani belts too, because like the bag, it's like not overly equestrian style, but these are beautiful stretch belts, so they can fit up to any size. If you're really tiny, if you're larger, they're great. And then also too, I find like my jeans fit lower than breeches, so you'll be able to wear these in your everyday life too. And so they have like cute, a little stirrup buckle. This one has the stirrup buckle, and that one had the bit buckle, so they're really cute. And then they come in different patterns and colors too, so nice to incorporate into your everyday life.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the bag, just so pretty.
Yeah, I love the
And
bag.
even a belt can just tie a whole outfit together.
Exactly.
Like blocking out the colors too.
Totally, yes. And it like completes a look.
It does. So you have like a store, you have like a curated collection. Do you have like personal favorites, like something you would recommend to anyone?
Yes. Oh my goodness. I'm wearing it right now, actually. My Crinier tee. I unintentionally wore this today, but they are the best t-shirts. They're like a technical fabric. They always feel cool. They're just so nice and breezy. I wore it at plus 50 degrees Celsius at T-Bird. Amazing. And then also the Crinier socks. They're amazing. I got, which is like horrible to say, but I got like trench foot, which like hasn't existed since World War I. When I was wearing a different brand of socks, but the Crinier socks totally fixed it, and we'll have both of them back this summer.
Continuing with this question, what would you recommend for someone's horse? Like
Good
any
question.
tack
Oh my gosh. The Talu line is amazing. The hair regrowth spray is probably my number one bestseller. Put it on your horse for maybe a week straight and you'll have like a full bushy coat in that area. It's just great.
Getting ready for show season, I ended up clipping off my gelding's forelock.
No, you did not.
Not all of it, but he had a nice thick forelock, and then I was clipping along with my bridle path, and I was like, oh, there goes half of it.
Oh my gosh, you have to put in like a clip-in extension.
Yeah.
Glue in some hair.
So rainbow ones from Claire's.
Yeah,
Right it is.
exactly. Oh my gosh.
Need some of that spray for my gelding. He has a mohawk because he likes to go in the fence and like
He does.
yeah, it's not fun.
Oh
Not
my
fun.
gosh. Yeah, you wouldn't believe there's some really great reviews posted on our Instagram of the results from the spray. It's just awesome.
Like a before and after.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yeah, they're awesome.
Some brands, like this, we just got like a mane and tail spray. I got it in my stocking for Christmas, and I sprayed it in my gelding's tail, and he's got a really thick tail. He's a pony. And like no knots, and I was so surprised.
Wow, that's great.
Really slippery.
Love it.
Yeah.
So for our last question, how would you say your advice for equestrians like on equestrian style and like how your store kind of like keeps on the forefront of the changing styles?
So I found it's very interesting that if I get off of my vision, like my vision is that On the Hunt is like a physical being in itself. And so if I purchase things out of like, would On the Hunt like this? Yes or no? And if I purchase the no, I've always found that it doesn't work out successful for me. So I always look at the product that I'm looking to purchase. And if it fits into like my brand and if it would like fit into a hunt club, would it fit into the store? Yes, then I'll take it. And I'm always happy to like take a risk on products too. But yeah, I guess to, I'm trying to further your question.
That's okay. No, that's awesome.
Yeah, I do have like plenty more lines. Like we'll probably have like 2 or 3 new brands a month in the store. However, I think you know, but I don't purchase in like a million things. Yeah, so you'll always have something special, which is what we love. And we always like to purchase something that if someone was to receive it as a gift, they would just really love it.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like that's such a cool way of thinking about it, like your store is like a person. Like it's such a good way to stay true to your brand and like stay true to like almost like your aesthetic, you know?
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know. It's really cool though.
Thanks.
Yes.
It's been really fun.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Becky, for being on the podcast.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
Thanks for listening
Yeah.
to this episode of the
Well,
Good
I
News
think that's pretty well the end of
Visit
it.
on the
Thank
Awesome.
you guys for
and use the
watching.
code
See you guys next
SUPERHORSE15
episode.
to receive a one-time discount. Thanks, Becky, for being on the podcast and being so generous to our listeners.